Red 40 chicken parm, I like where your mind is. Here's the thing, the more things we add to the meal, the more things we can dye vibrantly red. The fucking glove ripped, cheap-ass Chinese glove. We make red spaghetti. Oh, yeah, hang on, wait. We can do a red white sauce. we can do chicken Alfredo. Marinate, that's a great idea, because then you get to boil the spaghetti in red. So we marinate the chicken in red. Yeah, okay, that's it. That's what we're gonna do. Marinate the chicken in red, boil the spaghetti in red, and then make a sauce that also has red in it. I know the lighting in the kitchen ain't the best, but well, hang on, I'll show you why. You know, like months ago, I said that my kitchen flooded, and the ceiling caved in, because while I was gone at TwitchCon, a pipe leaked in it. Anyway, I had a crew come out to remove the ceiling. They cleaned it up, they dried it all up, and then I had to get plumbers out to, like, do the pipes and whatever. And by the time they did that, it was, like, almost Thanksgiving. And I was like, I don't want to have, like, construction in here while I'm hosting Thanksgiving for my family. So, we'll just get the ceiling put back in later. Anyway, the ceiling still is not back in. It is still fucking ripped out. It's a giant gaping hole in my entire ceiling. You can see how old the house is by the whatever it's called, the knob and twist wire. But what I did for lighting is, hang on, I can show you. I just mounted a light here so that I can see what the hell I'm doing while I'm cooking before the proper ceiling gets replaced. So everything, the color temp is a little orange. My apologies. It's not as bad as it used to be, but like, that's why the lighting's a little odd. Here's the thing, should I brine the chicken in the red food dye, or should I boil it in the red? I think boiling is kind of more cursed, but like, boiled chicken is ass. Like, even if you do it right. It's like the worst way to cook chicken. So, it's probably better to make the brine red. Also, I should probably use gloves for this stream. Let's use this one. I don't need this much meat. In this economy, we gotta be pinching our chicken thighs. I'm gonna slice it before throwing it in there, because I want it to be able to soak up as much flavor as possible. So then we'll just, like, cook it in a skillet afterward. I feel like this is gonna fuck up my skillets. Like, not forever, obviously, but, like, cleaning shit after this, it's gonna look like a damn murder happened. Let's get a little bit of milk. This is a massive amount of red 40. We absolutely did not need this much red food dye. The amount of this left over that I'm gonna have, I'm never gonna need to— ah, my hand! Oh no, I just spattered a little bit. Fuck, dude, my hands are gonna be pink. My hands are gonna be pink for like days after this. Even wearing the gloves, it's gonna get through, man. Yeah, baby. That's a ludicrous amount of food dye. Keep in mind, the dye you typically use a couple drops of. Oh, it is going to get everywhere. This looks like fucking horror night. Alright, let that sit to the side. Oh man, there's no way I do this whole thing without red getting on my hands. There's so much dye. There's so much. Oh, we should make bread. We should make a red bread. Let's make like a real basic Italian. I need this guy to mix our dough. So I'm getting out the mixer. Now with the old KitchenAid. Hi. Guys, double check the LD50 of Red 40. Also, just because the lethal dose is that high doesn't mean you're gonna be all hunky-dory eating, like chugging pure red dye. That said, I have drank a crazy quantity of dye before. A couple years ago, me and some work friends went to a local bar for St. Patrick's Day. They said had a sign out front, green beer, $2. I'm like, the pint for $2? That's pretty good. Well, even shitty beer, if you're getting it at a bar, and we went there, and we're like, oh yeah, we're just crawling around. Give us the give us the green beer. And he's like, oh, you're the only ones dumb enough to fall for this gimmick. And they're like, oh, yeah. And he pulls out the green food dye, which he has in a bottle that is like this big. And he just pours a beer and then like glunk, like a big old like shot of green dye in it. And it was black. Because keep in mind, you want like 3 drops. Like 2 or 3 drops of dye, typically. It was like dyed black, and he did that to all of them. And after he gave some to us, you could see his like wife comes out the back because she works there too, and he's like, you're not supposed to get that many out. So he gave us these black green beers, and you know, some of us are like, I don't know about that. Well, a couple of us took a swig, and they like looked at each other, and they both have like bright green lips, teeth, tongue, like everything in the mouth was completely dyed green, and they immediately like ooh, like hide their teeth. We were trying to like waterfall it and shit, but it just dyed everyone, like everyone's mouth was just dyed vibrant green. I still drank it though. I was shitting green for the next 24 hours. It didn't hurt me, at least I don't think so yet, so it must have been fine. I'm gonna proof the yeast. Well, actually, I guess we could see. Do you think the red 40 is gonna inhibit yeast growth? Alright, good to know. I will not die doing this stream. However, red 40 does supposedly cause like hyperactivity, so it might make me hurt myself and others. Do you guys know what I'm referencing with that? That's a reference. That's a dank reference. A meme, as some of the kids be calling it. Ohio is for Glovers. Yeast water. Alright. You can see the red radiating off this shit. 2 tablespoons sugar. 2 teaspoons salt. 1/4 cup of olive oil. This is like the most basic bread recipe that I could make. Tasty. Add some Gamer Supps. Gamer Supps in food, I already did that bit like a year or so ago. It's not very good. Alright. Get this worked up into a good dough and we'll see what happens. This looks like Play-Doh. It is bread dough. This is my red bread. This is my red bread redemption. So we're gonna let this rise a bit, and then we'll bake it when it's ready. I'll put let's put some saran wrap over it. Doesn't dry out. And I'll put it over where the oven is so that it gets a little more warm while we're doing some other prep work. This is the only thing we're making that's actually designed to be red. If it's something that's expensive anyway. Speaking of mold release, real fucking tired of my cake sticking to the pan. So I put a sheet of parchment paper down in there. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's okay if it indents the sides because we ice the cake at the end. But like, this makes it so much easier to get out of the pan, it's crazy. We'll spread it out a bit. Let's make sure it fills the pans as well. Cherry red Play-Doh. These seem like really thin layers. It's meant to be a 3-layer cake. I feel like I should have made it 2-layer. These better rise a lot, or they're gonna be real thin. Alright, let's put these in for like 20 minutes. That's not more frosting than cake. It's, well. Anyway, let's get this thing, red. Yeah, it's a red velvet cake with red frosting. Well, you know what? Let's have a little bit of variation. It can be this, like, pink color. We won't make it, like, stark red, you know? Him eating this would be like licking a Switch cartridge. This isn't, like, too much this isn't too much red 40 in the icing. Like, all things considered, this is, like, a normal amount you would consume eating confectionaries. We need to prep the red bread. I can't keep saying red bread redemption, man. All right, now this is an Italian bread. I've just added some red, but other than that, it's a normal Italian loaf. We didn't need to do any crazy kneading. It's already been kneaded the hell up. It's pretty damn red. Pop this in the oven for about 30 minutes. The camera does not do it justice. Also, the lighting is like kind of yellowy in here, which is not doing any of this justice for just how fucking red it is. Yeah, the stove's real nice and clean for this, you know. I figured I wanted to really give the crack house experience, so. Oh, you can't? Okay, good. You can see the water. Get some salt going down. This is our pasta water. It needs, there's a little something missing, you know. Needs a little more red. Needs a little red. Alright, let's get the heat on low. Get some butter in the pan. Alright. Here, I'll throw a little more in. Unbroken, just for you guys. I can tell you right now, though, what's being concocted here is so far from holy. Holy shit, it's red. Oh, it's like turbo red. Okay. Alright, first, hang on. We need to add our ingredient. Shut up. Oh, the bread's done. Hang on 1 second. We need to get the bread out of the oven. Oh! Yeah, baby! Look at that bread! That looks awesome! Alright, hang on. Let's put that over there for now. That looks insanely good, dude. Okay. This is real Parmesan, so the sauces gets a little funkier than your usual, like, Olive Garden shit. Yeah, Red 3 is in it, too. Well, the main... I say Red 40 in the thing, like, oh, this is a big thing of Red 40. The main thing that I wanted to make it for is the Red 3, because the FDA just banned Red 3. So I went immediately on Amazon and bought the largest bulk quantity of food coloring with Red 3 in it, so I could use it on a stream to be an idiot. This looks like melted crayons. It's pretty severe, for sure. Let's make the chicken. Make the chicken last. Pasta is pretty much done, and we'll be ready to plate up here in a few. So, you've been sticking around to see the results. We're about to get it. Oh, we need to make the damn cake, too. Well, we can do that at the end. I don't know how I'm gonna tell when this shit is cooked. It looks like gizzards. Pro tip, if you got some bougie ass friends that want red meat, you can just do this. I can't tell if the chicken's pink or not. It looks like it's getting sear marks, so it must be getting done. The fucking horror movie, like, light flickering isn't helping. Yeah, like, this feels cooked. The texture is, like, firm now. So let's get it here. That is not reducing color in the slightest. That straight up is red. Okay, so we have our red meat, our red noodles, our red sauce. Let's get it all, here, let's get it all plated over here. The sink looks like a bloodbath. Holy shit. I mean, I know these are just straight up boiled in dye, but like... That is so insanely vibrant. And then on top of this, let's add our Alfredo sauce. That's a lot of spaghetti as well. Well, it's just an oversized portion for sure. And then on that, we add our protein. That looks delightful. Oh, but you're forgetting, this isn't the only part of the meal either. We also have bread. Here we go. That's a wonderful bread. The bread looks awesome. Just like, want to say. And this is a normal Italian loaf. It's not like sweet or anything. It's just red. This is what happens if like your eyeballs fuck up. This is what an Italian meal looks like. I'm gonna move this to the table. We're gonna do our taste test, okay? So like, this is this is what it looks like in like cool lighting where you can kind of see the color balance correctly. So as I said, I really don't think you guys realize how fucking red it is. It looks like organs. Yeah, the color balance is all blown out in the warm lighting. But here, you can really see, oh man, I feel like it's gonna be gross, but like it's good food. It's just pasta and Alfredo sauce and chicken, but it messes with your brain. All right, let's try the noodles. It tastes like an actual real good like Alfredo sauce, but my brain is having trouble tasting it accurately when it looks like this. This is shit you see on the Rachel Live leak. No, that's it. There's a mental thing where it's like food taste comes from look. Like, oh, it smells like a fettuccine Alfredo. It tastes great. It tastes delicious. Let's try some of the red bread. I'll have this for the next several days. So brightly colored foods like look appealing generally because it triggers the part of your brain that thinks, oh, berries. But like this looks like intestines, so it doesn't trigger that part of the brain. Not for me, at least. This is really good bread, actually. It didn't affect the flavor at all, that's for sure. Let's try get some of that red sauce on it, which is actually a white sauce technically. You can see how fucking how red it is. All right, hang on. I'm heading back upstairs. We need to put the cake together. I did forget to set the timer on these boys. It might be a bit dry, unfortunately. Do, 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 do. I eat it. Dude, this one isn't even... You guys are acting like this is like the crazy part of the process. This is the normal one. Red velvet cake is always this red. Red denim cake. Are you insulting my red velvet, implying that it is less than pristine? Oh baby. And then let's get that down in the basement so you guys can observe the redness of it. When compared to the rest of the food, the cake looks pretty normal, all things considered. It's like a normal shade of red. The smell of Italian food. All right, let's see how this one is. This kicks ass. The cake is maybe like a tad dry. It's not that dry. It's not as dry as I thought it was gonna be. That's completely serviceable. And it's a really tasty. The red spaghetti is throwing me so much because I smell it and it smells like fettuccine Alfredo. But then I'm looking at it and the smell plus the look is like kind of grossing me out, not gonna lie. I don't know, man. There's something off. That's not food autism, motherfucker. There's like a whole studies done on this. The look of food affects your flavor of it. Cognito hazard? This better not ruin fettuccine Alfredo for me. I can tell you this one certainly ain't ruining cake for me. It tastes delicious. Make a brown meal next. Don't worry, I'll be making a brown before long.